Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara. I make content about holistic self-love. And today is day 9 of Vlogmas. Yeah, I've been making the most unfestive Vlogmas ever. And so I've been speaking about my lifestyle and all the great things that make me, whatever. Anyway, so today, day 9, I'm going to talk to you about my Think and Grow Rich book club. Think and Grow Rich is the book that changed my life. And I've read it several times now. And lately, I don't read it alone. I read it with friends, and I've created a book club around it. But going back about reading, as you can see behind me, I'm into reading, but I'm into real books, not ebooks or Kindles, but actual real books that I can open, touch, and underline. I'm really into underlining with pencil, never with pen. And yeah, I just love reading. And people ask me all the time, how do you find the time to read so much? And the answer is, I make time. I actually prioritize reading as part of my daily routine. For example, when I'm having my morning coffee, I'm always reading a book. And if you don't have time to read, but you still want to have all of those benefits of reading, I've got some really good news for you because I've teamed up with Shortform. Check this out. I've partnered with Shortform, my favourite way to deep dive into the books that are shaping today's world. Shortform gives you super-powered book summaries, not just the key ideas, but thoughtful insights, reflections, and exercises that help you actually apply what you learn. Join me, Venus O'Hara, on Shortform, my favourite platform for deep, meaningful personal growth. If you love self-love, empowerment, and expanding your mind, you're going to love Shortform's book guides. They take the world's most important books and break them down into clear, powerful insights you can apply instantly. And to celebrate our collaboration, you can get a free trial plus $50 off your subscription using my special link, shortform.com/Venus. The link is also in the description below. And start upgrading your life today, and I will see you on Shortform. Anyway, going back to my Think and Grow Rich book club. Think and Grow Rich is the book that changed my life. I read it in 2018 and it had a profound effect on me from the beginning. Before that moment though, I hadn't read a book for over 5 years. And as a writer myself, I didn't want to be influenced or have any interference of other writing styles on my own writing style. I wanted to keep everything as pure as possible. But now I think very differently. I think reading can definitely help you to be a better writer. And not only that, when I read Think and Grow Rich and I found it to be so transformative, I asked myself, how many other books are there that could have the same positive impact on my life? And then I started reading so much. I actually read 30 books during the pandemic. And I'm always reading books right now because for my podcast, The Orgasmic Lifestyle, I interview many people who are thought leaders and authors as well. So this whole shelf here, this shelf in particular, these are books of all of the authors that I've interviewed, and there are even more because I've had to read some ebooks as well sent to me by PR agencies. But if I had it my way, I would have the physical book all the time. I really do like the physical book. Yeah, not having to rely on screens all the time. That's my personal preference. But going back to Think and Grow Rich, why was it such an impactful book for me? Well, I'm not the only one who thinks it's a life-changing book. If you look at Think and Grow Rich on any platform like, let's say, Amazon, you'll see so many positive reviews, thousands and thousands of reviews. It was first published in 1937 by Napoleon Hill, so that's 88 years ago this year, and it is hailed as the best-selling book of success of all time. And many of the teachings in it are still relevant today. It really is a timeless piece, and I would recommend anyone to read it. And when I read it, I was just so blown away. I got this thirst for even more knowledge. But the thing that actually blew my mind in Think and Grow Rich was the chapter on the mystery of sex transmutation. Because as mentioned, this is a book about success, mindset, and entrepreneurial endeavors. So I was thinking, why is there a chapter about sexual energy in a book about success, especially a book that was published in 1937. So as a sexpert myself, it kind of opened this whole door of this whole new meaning around sexuality. Until that point, I was thinking, sexuality is a very powerful force, and it's related to pleasure, emotional fulfillment, etc. But then I realized it's actually even more powerful than I thought. It's actually very connected to success, and people who actually know how to control and harness this energy are people who have lots of success. It's not kind of squandering it on things that are just for instant gratification. There's a new understanding of sexual energy in this book. But beyond that particular chapter, I love all of the chapters in the book. So we have things like desire, the first step for riches, faith, auto-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, the power of the mastermind, the mystery of sex transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, the sixth sense, and then how to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. So in my current book club, we have just finished doing the subconscious mind, which is chapter 12. So we're really near the end of our book club. And many people have been asking me since I put a post about it a couple of days ago, they've been asking me how to join this book club. But actually, I want to go back and share why I started a book club about Think and Grow Rich. Well, I first had a book club about sex, Think and Grow Rich in 2023 with a friend. We bought the workbook and we used to read one chapter a week, and then we would meet and then do the exercises of the chapter at hand, and then share some reflections and also share our answers to the questions. And it was really nice to have this reflection, accountability, and sharing perspectives, because it's interesting how you can have the same source of information but different people pick up different things, and it's interesting to share and compare those perspectives. And that was a great thing to do. And then this year I have taken a different approach. I've gone back to the original text, and with a friend, still the same premise, we're doing one chapter at a time, and then we meet in luxurious establishments like 5-star hotels, luxury restaurants, etc. And we take a deep dive into the chapter at hand. And to be in this kind of like very comfortable environment definitely helps to embody the energy of Think and Grow Rich. And also it's a kind of nice sensation to have, better quality service and ask for things without really worrying about the price, which is a really nice thing to do rather than counting every penny. Oh my God, it's only tiny. Obviously going to these places I would never go hungry. But when I arrive, it's always always satiated before, because otherwise it could be kind of expensive, which might go against the whole premise of Think and Grow Rich. But it's just really nice to be in these more, let's say, opulent environments, and also talking about the mindset of wealth, consciousness, which is a great thing. But the reason why I love rereading this book is that when you reread a book, you always find some things in it that you didn't pick up the first or second or third time that you read it. And also sharing it with a friend, not only do you get the accountability, but you get their perspective as well. And the friend I'm doing it with now, who's very analytical, so he's bringing up a lot of perspectives that I'd never even thought of. And some of our meetings last 4 or 5 hours. We take a really deep dive into each chapter. So I'm going to wait for a while until I start this process again, maybe mid 2026 or something like that. But I think it's a great thing to do if you enjoy a particular book with a friend. It's kind of nice to read a book together and then share the experience, because I think reading is a very solitary activity. I know for me, for example, when I reach the end of a book, I feel like I'm saying goodbye to a friend, and also I feel like I cannot really share my experience of that book with anyone unless they are into the same book or someone's read the same book. So it's nice to actually share the experience, and also not just for that just not just for sharing, but for comparing as well, all in a positive way, of course. So that is my Think and Grow Rich book club, and I think I'm going to start a few more book clubs soon. I really want to do The Magic of Thinking Big. That's something I want to do with another friend. And I think it's really nice to take books that have timeless wisdom and that can be revisited over and over. And the thing I really love about Think and Grow Rich is that as I'm reading the book, I can feel the cogs in my brain are expanding, and my thinking gets bigger, and great things happen as a result of an expanded mindset. I think it's really important to cultivate that mindset. But again, if you don't have time to read, then check out shortform.com/Venus, and you can enjoy access to many books in a kind of bite-sized way, and you can get all of those, the most important information, the downloads, and all of the lessons that you can apply to your life today. Yes. That's my video for today, so thank you so much for watching and for being here with me on Vlogmas. And if there is a book that's changed your life, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm always looking for life-changing books to read. I don't just read any old thing, and I don't read fiction either. It's usually non-fiction, something that's going to really, challenge my worldview, something that's going to entertain me in a way that's life-changing, impactful, and that has a positive impact. And that's the most important thing. Something that's going to kind of expand me rather than make me think, oh my God, no, I don't want to read this before bed. Something that's going to be, inspirational and aspirational. So if you have a book that's done that for you, please leave a comment below. And if you have any suggestions for new topics for Vlogmas, please let me know as well. Also check out the links in the description below. I'll leave a link to Shortform there where you can enjoy a free trial and $50 off. And also you can get a link, there's a link to my book, Orgasmic Manifestation, which was inspired by Think and Grow Rich. And also my podcast, my meditations, and also if you want to work with me. Anyway, that's my video for today. Thank you, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. Mwah.